I was gonna start this video outside because the day is nice and this is not, but I actually can't see anything, so I tried. Let's go back inside. Hey guys, it's taylorskerritt and welcome to my vlog about my dissertation. I've decided that this is already a disaster, so I might as well film it. Unlike normal dissertations where you start in September, finalise your title by December, start writing by January and finish it in March and it's due on the 29th of April, the theatre dissertation, we didn't even look at dissertation until Christmas. And they were just like, yeah, come up with something that you might be interested in writing about. So I was like, okay, I did that. Then the module started in January and we started looking at it and we had like 2 seminar meetings. And all of a sudden it's March 30th and I haven't done anything. I still don't have a title. It's due in a month yesterday and I don't have a title. Oh dear. We did like this really weird thing where we had something called an annotated bibliography, which is where we basically read around the area we were interested in, not knowing exactly what we wanted to write about. And we came up with 10 to 15 different sources and then we wrote 100 to 300 words on each of them about why they were useful and why they were interesting. So that's all I've done. I've looked at some reading in the general area of what I want to do, but I don't know what I want to do. So unfortunately, I had another project where I was sort of the only person that could really do any of the editing. I had a load of support and some help from my group, which was awesome. But at the end of the day, I did spend about 3-4 weeks of my life just living and breathing that project, just trying to get it done. So this kind of got forgotten about for quite a lot of the term. Not to mention I'm doing 3 modules instead of 2. And that kind of means that I have no more supervised sessions, so I can't get any more feedback. But I didn't get any feedback in the sessions I've already had because I've had nothing to talk about or show her. So I thought I'd make this video. This video is mostly going to be like a bunch of updates between now and me submitting my dissertation. Hey guys, it's just me popping in from the future to tell you that I actually ended up turning this into a series because this 1 week of filming was like 2 hours that I've now cut down to 15 minutes, but otherwise the video would be a feature-length film long, so I have split it up. But don't worry, throughout the series you will, see everything from start to finish. Well, from this point that I started filming to actually uploading it. And spoiler alert, things did not go to plan. Like ever. Everything was horrendous. So here's my series of how not to write a dissertation. At the moment it's 3 parts, but I still haven't got my results. So maybe that'll be a 4th part. Enjoy! I'm likely going to be mitigating it probably for the full 3 weeks, which is a shame because obviously the earlier I get that done, it's the last thing I have to hand in. And I'll have finished my degree and I'll be able to actually enjoy my last couple of weeks, but I don't think that that's gonna happen. Currently it's due on the 29th of April. On the 28th of April, I've also got 7,000 words of an education essay due, as well as a 50-page portfolio for education. And on the 27th of April, I've got a group essay due. So it's very, very likely, can you stop? So it's very, very likely that I'm gonna have to mitigate, and I can mitigate up to 3 weeks, which would be like the 17th of May. I'm gonna aim, of course, for the 29th of April, but we all know I'm gonna get that mitigation. Firstly, I've got 1,000 words due Friday. It is Tuesday. I was supposed to do stuff yesterday. What did I do instead? Online shopping. I'm sorry. I have this really bad habit of getting really excited about what I'm going to be doing this summer and therefore doing stuff for that as opposed to doing what I need to do now, which is my dissertation. But I hate dissertation. It's so scary, and really it's just a bigger essay than it's supposed to be, but there's just so much stigma around the word dissertation that it just freaks me out, and I don't know what to write about and I don't know what I want to write about, so I just need to pick something. All I know so far is that I want to write about something to do with mental health or mental illness and contemporary theatre. But so far everything I've come up with is either a film dissertation, a psychology dissertation, or an English dissertation. Like, it's such a fine line and everyone else seems to be finding this so easy, or at least easier than me, and I'm just really, really struggling. So first things first, on this week's agenda, I have to figure out my title, read more specifically around my title, shush, I'm already awake, make a skeleton plan for my dissertation, and write 1,000 words. And I have 4 days. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. I don't know where I'm gonna start. I'm probably gonna start by rereading my annotated bibliography because that's got a bunch of information in it, and I did that about a month ago. So I'm gonna read that through again, and it might spark something. I'll keep you posted. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I haven't done anything. I've been sitting here and I've got 1,000 words due on Friday and I can't write that until I have a title, and I'm so overwhelmed. I'm literally doing anything I can to avoid this because every time I stop to think about it, I can't. I literally learned how to sew to avoid doing this. I've just been sitting at this desk for 2 days now. I've made absolutely zero progress. I bought a book that I don't even know if I need. Anything to make me feel like I'm being productive without actually having to do anything. Every time I ask someone to help or I tell someone I'm overwhelmed, like my dad and my brother, they just go, well, get on with it. It's just, if only it was that simple. I don't know why I'm finding this so hard. It's just another essay. I have come across a slight snag. So I have, as I said, a general idea of what I want to do. And I've since refined that slightly to being now how mental illness, potentially a specific mental illness, if I need to break it down more, is portrayed in contemporary theatre. So using the tools of contemporary theatre, for example, modern day lighting, modern day sound, how we use that to portray a mental illness to an audience. And that's all well and good. Like, it's a solid, I think, idea. But the main issue with this is I can't just go, in a production of Hamlet, it would be really cool if, as the play went on, the lighting got redder and redder and redder to show his descent into madness. I can't do that because that's just my idea. What I need to do is I need to watch productions and go, oh, okay, so they used this and they did this, and oh, in this play they did that. Except coronavirus makes it very, very difficult to watch theatre right now. Oh no! There are a few websites that do it, like Digital Theatre Plus and places, but it really, really limits what I can write about. Whereas if I could just go see a production of King Lear, or I could go see A Streetcar Named Desire, I could do so much more, but now I'm really limited, so. But I have made some sort of progress, but it's already Wednesday and I have to write 1,000 words by Friday, and by the looks of it, I'm gonna have to watch a lot of plays. So yeah, that's my update, but at least I'm getting somewhere. Like an hour ago, I gave an update and I was like on the verge of tears, and then I went outside to Dad and I had my rant, and my brother came up with like this amazing idea, and I was like, well, yes, if only I'd thought of that, but I can't go see the plays. So yeah, now I'm also kind of bitter about doing this question because my brother thinks he came up with it, and I don't want him to hold over my head for the rest of my life that he came up with my disc question, because he didn't. It was already written on my paper. Why did I buy this on Amazon? Just so I felt productive. I can't use this. I really hope I can use this. This was £7. I could have got it for £2 on eBay, but it wasn't gonna arrive till like next week, and I needed it now, apparently. Did I tell you guys? Yesterday, I was trying to figure out what to write about, and I thought, I've got mental health, contemporary theatre, how about A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams, because I did this for A-level, so I actually know this quite well, and therefore it will take me a lot less researching and stuff, and because I already know the play. So I was like, this is amazing. Let's go and find my A-level books, my A-level notes. And so I walked around the house, and I couldn't find anything. So I went in the garage and I couldn't find anything. And I went, Dad, in a really whiny voice. I said, where are my notes for my A-levels? And he just turned to me and he goes, I threw them away a month ago. A month ago. Not even like a year and a half ago. A month ago. Right before I needed it. So I didn't even have the actual play. So I just had to buy the play. And I don't even know if it's useful. Oh, I thought I was onto something there, I really did. I was like, oh, this is great. Then I've already done so much of the research and I can just, change it up to be useful for my actual... No, it's gone. Anyways, I'm gonna keep trying to find plays that are about mental illness. I think I'm also gonna email my personal tutor and cry. Just thought we'd change up the location a little bit this time for the update, keep it a little bit more interesting, and I needed to walk around. Yes, I am wearing a Slytherin jumper. No, I am not a Slytherin. However, my brother is a Slytherin and it went really well with my turtleneck. So, no, I decided that today, which is Friday, by the way, I haven't even said that yet, it's Friday. I started this day off absolutely nowhere near getting to 1,000 words. So I needed to be determined and ambitious, and that's Slytherin vibes, baby. So, channeling those vibes. Was I determined? Yes. Was I ambitious? Also yes, but I didn't reach the goal. I didn't update you yesterday. Why didn't I update you yesterday? I was having a mare. An absolute freaking mare. I thought I'd made some progress. And I did-ish. Okay, let me get my notes. Let me take you back. Once upon a time, in a land known as yesterday, I had a plan. I had a plan. My plan was unrealistic. Was going to cover way too much. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you my working question. How is mental illness portrayed in contemporary theatre? That's a big topic, and I knew that, and I knew I was going to have to like whittle it down a lot, but I didn't know how just yet, so my plan was like send out the 1,000 words with that as the question, and then my supervisor will be like, oh no, make it shorter, make it smaller, maybe you could do that like this. My supervisor doesn't talk like that. I realised that doing this I'd have to watch a lot of plays, so I was like, okay, let's just start with a few. So I went on something called Digital Theatre Plus. Oh god, I wish I was doing Disney. I am being stared at by my neighbours right now. No! They must think I'm mad. They probably actually just don't care at all. So I went on Digital Theatre Plus and I picked out a few movies. Why can't I? They're not movies. This is a theatre degree. I had to do it on theatre, okay? Online theatre. Films of theatre. There you go. I thought I'd start with a couple Shakespeare's that involve mental illness. I started King Lear. Now, if you don't know, that's a 3-hour-long production. So I thought, okay, I'll get up early. I'll watch it. This is yesterday still. And I was doing fine. It was doing great. It was doing great for about 30 seconds. And then it went back to the start. So I was like, okay, that was weird. Let's try it again. Got about 40 seconds in. Went back to the start. You get the idea. It's been over 24 hours and I'm an hour and a half in. An hour and a half. I kind of realized this wasn't going to work. So I went on like one of the different, what is they called? Websites that my drama department subscribed to, and I found one called Drama Online, which I think that might actually just be the extra one. I don't know. It's a place on the internet where I found this play. And the play is A Streetcar Named Desire. You remember that play that I studied at A-level that my dad threw all my notes out for? Yeah, that play. That I literally wanted to watch like 3 days ago but couldn't find anywhere on the internet. So now we get to today, and I lose quite a lot of the day because I go on a walk with my sister and then newborn baby. Ah! When someone tells you that there's 1,000 words due Friday, do they mean by Friday or on Friday? And if it's on Friday, what time on Friday is the deadline? I don't know, because I just sent this email at 6 p.m. and it didn't have 1,000 words on it. It only had 400, and those 400 words were me explaining why I didn't do the 1,000 words. I basically sent this email. I'm not going to read it to you. It basically just said, hi, I haven't written 1,000 words that you wanted me to write, even though you gave me an extra week extension to write it, because I have no idea what I'm writing on, and I find it very difficult to write a coherent, academically researched essay that I don't know what it's on, is essentially what it said. And then I said, but you giving me this deadline has made me work on my diss. Shocker. I have had a bit of a journey, and I told her the original question that I came up with and my current working question, which is what is my question? Wait. I literally made it up while writing the email. So what is my question? In what ways does National Theatre effectively and accurately portray mental illness in their 2014 production of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire? It's a mouthful. It does sound like something you would get on like an exam paper for A-level, so I don't know if it's good. I just feel so mediocre. Ugh. But I basically gave her all my ideas, and then she can just be like, no, 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 no. Do this instead and completely change it all again. I'm awful. I'm so sorry. If you're watching this, Katie, I'm sorry, okay? You're a great supervisor. I'm I wouldn't want to deal with me. That's my update. This whole segment was me trying to get to my 1,000-word deadline, and I didn't do it. So. Shit. And you know what? Want to know what's even better? Is that for the next week, I'm not going to be working on my diss at all. You want to know why? No, it's not because I'm a lazy shit. I'm that too, but no, that's not my excuse. My excuse is that, if you didn't notice, the day before this diss is due, I've got another, basically, diss due as well. So my plan now is to focus on that for, like, the next week and get that done. I'm not going to film that because that's a different dissertation. No, we're not interested in that dissertation here. We're interested in the theatre dissertation here, not the education one. Oh my god. So I'm now going to focus on that for the next week, and then I want it to be done. I'm not going to look at it again until like a couple days before the actual deadline, and then I'll look at it again, finalize it, and upload it. Just so I can get that out of my way and I can just fully focus all of my attention on Dis straight after that. It needs my attention, man. I need to stop thinking about where I'm not and where I could be. I need to start thinking about where I am now, which is in the middle of a dissertation disaster. Disaster, I tell you, disaster! Yeah, that's it for this week of dissertation. I'll see you soon. So that's the end of the first episode of How Not to Write Your Dissertation. I did not make much progress, but I promise you, in the next couple episodes, I do. Eventually, I get there and I do end up submitting something, so this is worth a watch. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't got my results yet, so maybe it's not. But how not to write a dissertation. Do not forget that. I completely did this wrong. So do not take me as a role model here. But yes, like if you did like the video, subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any more of my videos or the rest of the series, and comment down below anything you may like, as long as it's lovely. Lots of love, guys. See you next week for another video, and the week after that for the next episode of How Not to Write Your Dissertation. Okay, bye guys. Skirt! I went outside to talk to my dad and I just asked him for a hug, and suddenly there were like tears in my eyes. So I just had a bit of a rant with him and he couldn't really help.